Easter means that teachers regularly have their conferences, which is probably a very good idea. No one needs to be told how important teachers are in the lives of our children and, of course, the future of this country. And it is quite understandable, given the events of last year, that various issues concerning race were aired at conferences over the weekend, one of which was held by the NASUWT, which has more than 300,000 members. I would imagine that probably puts them as among one of the highest of the unions in this particular field. And one of the issues that they debated at their online conference, of course, sadly they weren't able to get together, was the issue of race and the decolonisation of the school agenda. And a proposal was put forward by the unions, and it is relevant to this conversation, and we hope to be able to speak with her. The union's first black president, Michelle Codrington-Rogers. All subjects have a responsibility to change the narrative that black people only have a history of enslavement and colonisation. We built the pyramids, developed modern numbers, and built universities. So they went on to say that the curriculum needed to be decolonised. Black visibility should be apparent in every subject, including, well, obviously you see this history, English, I get that, computing and design, cookery, maths and science. When you stop and think, how do we need to decolonise the agenda or the curriculum, for maths, or even for home, what do they call it, cookery and home education, whatever it's the other subject. Why would that be necessary? Well, I'm pleased to say we can now speak to the president of the union's first black president of the NASUWT, Michelle Codrington-Rogers, who joins me now. Thank you very much. You brought this motion to your online conference. Why do you feel this so keenly? Good morning.
Good morning. Well, there's many reasons. The first one being that as a first generation born in the UK, I know that the education, the experience that I had, I didn't see myself, my heritage, my culture reflected. And even as a teacher, I'm now not seeing that still. And obviously there was a huge reflection and introspection within the education system over the last year or so. And actually now people are ready to start saying, well, what we need to do is we need to make sure that we have got more visibility in our classrooms, but we don't necessarily know how. And the government haven't been very helpful. And so we brought this motion to NASUWT so that we can start driving this forward, so that we can empower and give our members confidence through giving them access to resources and to discussions and to debates, so that they feel confident taking it into their classrooms.
How would you decolonise a maths class?
So straight away, where did our idea of modern maths came from? Well, it came from the Middle East. Straight away, we need to start making sure that our young people can see that kind of heritage, that kind of link, and understanding.
Why is it not just important that a youngster is able to multiply, do long division, work out algebra? Why is it necessary to learn the origin of the numbers?
Well, why do we learn the origin of anything? It's so that we understand where it comes from.
All I needed, and I have to confess I didn't do particularly well at maths at O-level. Yes, O-level. I was taking them before you were born. It was important for me to be able to display that I had a basic knowledge of able to, as I say, do long multiplication, long division. So the relevance of where the numbers have come, why was that important? I was struggling enough with algebra as it is.
Well, as somebody who is from a background that isn't European, for me to know that actually someone who may have been my ancestors actually helped develop something that we still use today would give me a slightly more of an opportunity to be invested in it.
But it's not going to help you learn math. Respectfully, I hear what you said. It's not necessarily going to help you learn maths, though, is it?
Well, to be honest, as a teacher, I'm going to tell you this now. The way that you learnt maths isn't the same way that I learnt maths, and isn't the same way that my daughter learnt maths.
Fair point.
So the whole point is that maths and the way that we learn and what we understand changes over time in all subjects. And now we're just saying, now is the opportunity for us to start thinking about making sure that it is representative of the students and the communities that are engaging with education.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying these matters aren't important, but aren't there areas where there's a better fit, such as history, or, I don't know, possibly whether we do citizenship classes, I don't know, something such as that.
Listen, I'm a citizenship teacher, and I'm going to tell you what I exactly say to my students. Citizenship is where history finishes and we carry on.
But
And
that's
so I'm
perfect
saying
for
that now.
this, isn't it?
But why should it just be citizenship and history? Actually, we have got excellent examples. Let's say, for example, Dr. Maggie, she's an excellent example of STEM. So why aren't our students having opportunities to learn about her? Why is it always just history? Now, I did A-level history, I did GCSE history, but I also know that there is an opportunity to see visibility in all the subjects. So design, tech, food. Let's learn how to make samosas that everybody loves going and buying at the restaurant. Let's learn about the history and the contribution of different communities to Britain's society.
Isn't the issues, and I don't know, but I would imagine the issues facing some people in this country, if they are of ethnic minorities, because I understand BAME is offensive and I don't want to offend you, but they're not going to be solved by making a samosa, are they?
Well, they're not going to be solved by just the education system either, but we have to start somewhere. And if teachers are given that confidence and that ability and that skill to be able to be inclusive, then it sees that all of our students, not just the black and minority ethnic students, to use the phrase, it's not just for them, it's for all of our students. Because let's be honest, when we go into a curry house on a Friday night, the majority of the people sat in that room are who? It's white people.
Well,
it's people who enjoy engaging, because we enjoy engaging with different cultures and different communities.
But I don't
so why
need to
should
learn
schools do that?
in school, do I? Don't I appreciate that through history and citizenship? But when I get to, I don't know, music or cookery or maths, I just get taught what I need to learn about Mozart or algebra.
Well, to be honest, the day that you on LBC start playing soca, calypso, and bhangra, and
we'd lose our license as a speech station.
But you know what I mean. If we started to hear that music, our cultural music mainstream, then does that not show that there are a wider audience?
And are we also going to teach children the benefit of steak and kidney pudding?
Do we not?
I don't know. I've never sat in a cookery. I've never sat in a cookery class, but that will be as well. You know, fish and chips alongside samosas and chicken curry.
Fish and chips originally were brought to Britain by the Jewish population from Eastern Europe. It's things like that not everybody knows and understands. So let's give a space, an opportunity to learn about it, so that we are inclusive for all of our students, so that all of our students in our society, as they grow up, understand that Britain is rich with its contributions from different parts of the world and different examples.